You think of your side of the ball?
Well, it's a good day because I think we got a young team and it's good to come out against a new team. I think they brought a lot of energy, so I think it was good for our team to kind of go up against that. I think we could definitely do a better job than we did today. But that's what this is all about. It's about getting good work against some high intensity guys and some different looks that we haven't seen in a while and things like that. So.
As a quarterback, how do you raise the energy on yourself?
Well, listen, a lot of it starts up front, so you got to get those guys going and make sure that we set the tone early. And usually that's the way it goes. The defense always comes out, with a little bit more energy, and even in games, that's how it is. And what good offenses do is they put a good first drive together, and they get everything set to their pace and their tone, and that carries them for the rest of the game. So I think we just got to learn how to do that a little bit.
In your experience with joint practices, is this fairly typical? Because it looked like over here that your defense had the edge over their offense.
Yeah, it probably is. I mean, I don't really know. It's tough to tell. I mean, there's different ways that you can approach these practices depending on what your coaches are used to doing. And as players, you just got to go out there and adapt and be ready to go. So I think they're good learning experiences. It's not a game, but it is practice. You're trying to work on things and stuff like that. But even against our defense early in camp, those guys usually have a little bit of an advantage. So.
Does the familiarity that the Niners defense has with your scheme make your reps on offense more meaningful, more beneficial?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, we obviously run very similar schemes. I mean, same terminology and a lot of the same stuff. So I think our defense and their defense obviously gets to see this stuff every day and are used to doing it. I think San Fran was, they were playing a lot of man, and their defensive line, their guys, they were, they look like they're, some guys that get after it a little bit. So it was good to see.
Yeah, Rich said that he thought you guys were a little choppy, and that their defensive front got after you.
Yeah, it's like I said. I think we let them kind of set the tone, and then we weren't really able to kind of get it back and settle it down to our style and things like that. Obviously, in a practice tempo, when you're not going and driving the ball and getting first downs and things like that, it's not quite the same as a game. You can't weather the storm quite the same, but that's all part of it.
Still, do you think the competition of it all?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
come back tomorrow and.
Oh, of course. That's why I say I think you have to get guys that probably haven't had a ton of these under their belt. On our side of the ball at least, probably on theirs too, and just see how we respond.
Are some of those low snaps a concern for you at this point in camp?
It is what it is. Connor's been working really hard on getting those things under control, and I think he's been doing a really good job for the last 2 weeks with it. So I don't expect those things to show up. I know he's going to work on it, so we'll see.
I know it's just one day. It's one day of a joint practice, but if you were to assign a grade for your side of the ball, what would you give it?
I don't know if I can pick out grades very well, but we did below average for sure. That's part of it. Part of being a good football team is responding to tough days. And listen, it's a 16-game season. There's very few teams that can go 16 games and hold their head up and say that they had an A+ day every single day. You're going to have to learn how to deal with tough times and with some adversity, and getting hit in the face and standing up to it. So I think that this is all part of the process of building a team that can respond to those kind of things.
Joe, are drop passes an issue right now?
I don't think so. I think we got a bunch of big, strong-handed, tough guys that, come game time, they're going to catch the ball. I don't see that being an issue at all.
Emmanuel helped the group a little bit.
Yeah, Emmanuel's listen, I haven't been here long with Emmanuel, but you can see really quickly and very easily that he's a great leader, and especially to those guys in that huddle. I think those guys, it's a highly emotional position, and I think he does a good job, managing those things.
How much game action do you want to have with Scangarello calling plays the remainder of this preseason to where you feel
Listen, I'm going to feel comfortable week one. I've played in plenty of games throughout my career. I've had plenty of different coordinators. It's really up to Rich and Vic to determine how much we're going to play during this preseason. We still have 3 games left, and that's something that they'll work out. Obviously, you want to just kind of get yourself through the pregame and go out there and get that first drive and just get yourself feeling like you're playing football games again. But other than that, I mean, I've played a ton of games. I think it's more about our collective group as a whole, and just getting some confidence under our belt in live action.
You seem to have a knack for being able, there's a sense of urgency, but you have a bigger, broader lens you view it through. You kind of talk with guys about that you're not living and dying with every practice as you try to get to a season, given where you are in the 12th year.
I don't know if you have those conversations immediately in that set time frame. I think it's something you learn. You learn that there's a lot of days in an NFL season, and there's a lot of practices, there's a lot of games. And listen, I don't think there's been a season that's gone by in all the years that I've played where you're not dealing with tough things, and it's all about how you respond to those things. And you don't learn how to respond to those things in a positive way unless you've been through it before and really haven't responded the right way. And that's when those conversations come up. And I think that we can kind of notice when things are a little off, and guys respond well to that. So.
Okay, thank you, Joe.
All right.